Do not scroll away. I am speaking directly to you right now. Yes, you. With the one looking at this screen with a heavy heart, feeling like time is constantly slipping through your fingers. The world is screaming in your ear that you are too late, that you have missed your chance, that you are falling behind. But I am here to tell you that my plan for your life is only just beginning. Give me 10 minutes right now, and I will lift the heavy burden you thought you had to carry for the rest of your life. Do not leave yet. This message found you for a reason. Heaven has not forgotten you. I am answering the prayer you spoke in absolute silence. I see the exhaustion you are trying so hard to hide. I see you sitting in your car in the driveway after a long commute, staring at the steering wheel, dreading the moment you have to go inside and pretend everything is fine. You put on a brave face for your family, your coworkers, and your friends, but inside, you are running on empty. You are tired of the endless hustle. You wake up every morning feeling like you are already behind schedule. The moment you open your eyes, your phone floods you with emails, messages, and bad news from around the world. The constant digital noise drowns out the quiet peace of the morning. You rush through traffic, fighting the daily commute, just to arrive at a job that demands more than you have to give. The weight of the bills, the mortgage, the student loans, the credit card debt, and the relentless pressure to succeed is crushing your spirit. You look around on social media and see people your age hitting milestones, buying beautiful houses, getting massive promotions, going on expensive vacations, and building perfect lives. You compare your behind-the-scenes struggle to their highlight reel, and you feel stuck in an endless loop of working hard just to barely survive. You wonder if this is all there is to life. You wonder if you missed the turnoff for happiness somewhere along the highway of your past. My beloved child, I hear the silent cries of your heart when the house is quiet, and you are lying awake in bed, staring at the ceiling in the dark. I know the anxiety that grips your chest at 2 in the morning, when you are calculating numbers in your head, wondering how you are going to stretch your paycheck to make it through the next month. I know the fear you have of disappointing your family, of not being able to provide the life you promised them. You feel isolated in a crowded room. You feel like you are carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, and if you drop it for even one single second, everything will completely fall apart. Society has taught you that your worth is tied to your credit score, your job title, the car you drive, and your bank account balance. The world demands constant production, endless grinding, and perfect results without ever giving you a moment to simply breathe. But I do not see you the way the cold world sees you. I look at you, and I see a masterpiece. I see a soul that is weary, yes, but also incredibly resilient. You have survived every bad day, every heartbreak, every silent panic attack, and every battle you fought completely alone. You are not invisible to heaven. I have watched you give your absolute last ounce of energy to help others, even when your own cup was completely empty and dry. I have seen you smile through the pain, when all you truly wanted to do was break down and cry in the middle of the room. You are so hard on yourself. You constantly judge yourself for the mistakes you made years ago, for the opportunities you think you ruined, and for the timeline you feel you utterly failed to meet. Stop beating yourself up today. Stop carrying what I never asked you to carry. The immense pressure you feel right now is not from my kingdom. It is a heavy yoke placed on you by a society that does not understand divine grace or true rest. I am calling your heart back to rest right now. I did not create you to just pay bills, worry about the future, and die. I created you for a divine purpose, for deep joy, and for an abundant life that cannot be measured by any earthly standards or financial metrics. You feel like you are running out of time because you are looking at an earthly clock that never stops ticking. You think you are too old, too tired, too in debt, or too broken to start over, or to ever receive the beautiful blessing you have been praying for. But my child, I am the creator of time itself. I am not bound by the hours, the days, the months, or the years. When you feel like you are terribly behind, remember that my timing is absolutely perfect. I have gone before you to prepare the way. I am currently working behind the scenes of your life, arranging circumstances, opening doors that no human being can shut, and moving massive obstacles that you cannot even see with your physical eyes. You are exactly right where you need to be, for the miracle I am actively preparing. The long delays you have experienced were not my denials, they were my divine protection. They were your preparation. I was building your character, strengthening your spiritual faith, and teaching you how to firmly trust me when the path ahead was dark and confusing. I know you are scared of the unknown future. I know you wonder if things will ever actually get better for your family. You have been waiting for a breakthrough for so long that you are honestly starting to lose hope. You are tempted to just give up and settle for less than what I promised you. Do not settle. Do not give up now. You are standing on the very edge of a massive shift in your life story. I am about to pour out a blessing so large that you will not have enough physical room to receive it. I am healing your exhausted mind today. I am restoring your deep peace. I am replacing your midnight anxiety with a deep, unshakable confidence in my unconditional love for you. Take a deep breath right now. Release the tight tension in your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Let go of the desperate need to control every single detail of your life. Surrender your deep worries, your financial debts, your struggling career, and your beloved family into my capable hands. You cannot fix everything on your own, and the beautiful, freeing truth is that you do not have to. I am your ultimate provider. I am your fierce protector. I am your eternal source of security. No darkness can take you from my love, and no economic downturn in this world can ever empty the abundant storehouses of heaven. You are crying right now because you think your very best opportunities have already closed their doors. You truly believe that you have made too many wrong turns and permanently damaged the timeline of your life. You look back at the long years you spent in the wrong job, the wrong relationship, or the wrong mindset, and you see absolutely nothing but wasted time. But you do not know a sacred, hidden secret about how I operate. There is something I am about to do in your life that will completely reverse every natural law of time, and it begins the very moment you hear the rest of this message. The secret is divine acceleration. You measure your life by calendars, ticking clocks, and the rigid milestones set by a society that only values constant production. But I measure your life by divine preparation and eternal purpose. What takes a human being 10 long years of exhausting, back-breaking labor to achieve, I can accomplish for you in a single fraction of a second. I am the Lord of the harvest, and I am about to restore to you the years that the swarming locust has eaten. Every single year you felt was completely stolen from you by a toxic job, a painful divorce, a shattered dream, or a deep depression is being returned to you right now with heavy divine interest. Do you truly believe that your human mistakes are somehow more powerful than my infinite grace? Do you honestly think you have the power to permanently ruin a beautiful destiny that I personally wrote for you before the foundation of the earth was even formed? The closed doors you cried bitterly over were never meant to punish you. They were massive shields of divine protection. You thought you were falling behind your peers, but you were actually being hidden safely in the shadow of my wings, while I prepared you for a weight of glory you could not have handled back then. Stop mourning the artificial timeline you created in your own frantic mind. It was always too small for you anyway. My plans for your future are vastly bigger than a high credit score, a standard retirement account, or a perfect life on a digital screen. I am building a permanent legacy through your life that will bless generations long after you are gone. But you must stop fighting the current of my grace. You look at the rising cost of living, the endless stream of monthly expenses, and the changing economy, and you feel a suffocating wave of panic. You wonder how you are supposed to save for the future when you are barely surviving the present. You feel guilty when you buy a simple cup of coffee because society tells you that your financial struggle is your own personal failure. I see how the relentless pressure of this modern American life drains the absolute joy out of your daily existence. You look around and see a culture obsessed with youth, fast success, and immediate gratification. You feel the heavy judgment of a society that discards people the very moment they simply need to slow down. But in my kingdom, there is absolutely no expiration date on your divine calling. You are not a machine designed to endlessly produce wealth for other people. You are a human being with a beautiful soul, designed to experience genuine love, deep connection, and profound peace. Do not let the fear of running out of money convince you that you are running out of my divine grace. I own the cattle on 1,000 hills. The wealth of this entire world belongs to my kingdom, and I know exactly how to provide for you in ways that completely defy human logic. A sudden financial breakthrough is already moving toward your household right now. The heavy chain of debt that has kept you awake for countless nights is going to be supernaturally broken. Come to me right now. Come to me, all of you who labor and are incredibly heavy laden, and I will give you absolute rest. I am commanding you to lay down your heavy armor tonight. Why are you still fighting battles in your mind that do not even exist yet? Why are you projecting your past trauma onto a future that I have already secured for you? I am already standing right there in your tomorrow, and I promise you that it is incredibly safe. You can stop holding your breath now. Your fragile finances are held securely in my sovereign hands. Your children and your family members are deeply covered by my fierce love. Your physical body and your exhausted mind are being gently renewed from the inside out. What if the very thing that broke you into tiny pieces is the exact tool I am using to rebuild you into a masterpiece? What if the painful season of extreme isolation you just walked through was actually a sacred greenhouse where I was growing your faith in the dark? Nothing is wasted in my kingdom. Not a single tear you cried in secret. Not a single sleepless night you spent agonizing over how to pay your medical bills or your mortgage. I collected every single piece of your pain, and I am actively turning it into a beautiful testimony of my faithfulness. I want you to plant these specific words deep into your spirit right now. I want you to repeat these healing truths silently in your weary mind, every single time the panic starts to rise in your chest. Say to yourself, I am not out of time. My life is running strictly on the perfect clock of heaven. The Creator of the universe is actively fighting for me right now. God is completely restoring everything I thought I had permanently lost. I am completely forgiven for the mistakes of my past. My current financial struggles do not define my eternal destination. I release the immense pressure of this frantic world. I refuse to hustle for my worth ever again. I fully embrace the perfect, quiet peace of Jesus Christ. My future is entirely secure, and my current season is heavily covered in grace. Feel the heavy weight lifting off your chest right now. Feel the tight knot in your stomach finally beginning to untangle. That is the healing presence of my Holy Spirit, washing over you, cleansing you of the toxic anxiety that the cold world forced you to swallow. You are entirely safe here with me. Let me pray a blessing of divine protection over your mind as you prepare to sleep tonight, or as you walk into a brand new day. Father, I ask that your deep, unshakable peace would stand like a mighty guard over the mind of this precious child. Block every anxious thought, every toxic lie of the enemy, and every single fear of the unknown future. Command your warrior angels to surround their home, their family, and their finances. When they lay their head on their pillow tonight, grant them a deep, restorative sleep. Wake them up tomorrow morning feeling completely refreshed, with a new fire in their soul and a beautiful new hope in their eyes. Remind them that they do not have to constantly earn your love. They are already completely, unconditionally loved, just exactly as they are. If your weary heart has finally found a quiet place to rest today, leave the word Amen or the word rest below to officially seal this prayer. Save this message and return to it whenever the noisy world tries to rush your spirit or make you feel utterly inadequate. You are doing exactly what you are supposed to be doing. I am so incredibly proud of you for simply surviving those dark days when you felt like completely giving up. Keep walking with me. Keep trusting my perfect timing. I love you, and I am right beside you until the very end of the age.